right, what is up, Chuckleheads? It's your boy Jay Bergen, back from Mexico. It's my guy,
Senor Colton Drake.
Senor Drake is back in action, dude. We are really excited. We haven't done a podcast in a few weeks.
It's been a couple weeks.
We just put out those old. Thank you guys for listening to the Ali Wong special and the episode, and then also the
fluffy one.
Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias, where you were on it, dude. You were so
Fluffy.
angry.
We loved Fluffy.
We loved it. But today we're doing comedy legend and icon Doug Stanhope's Discount Meats. That's what it's called, right?
Yep.
I kept calling it Expired Meats, and I'm not sure why.
I think it's called Discount Meats.
I think it is. I think you're right. This is like his 1 billionth special. Hey, how are you doing? How was Mexico?
Oh, Mexico was cool, man.
Yeah? Anything fun?
Yeah. We, let's see, we were in the resort almost the whole time. And then the last night, we decided to go downtown Cancun, which was super cool. Went to this club called Coco Bongo.
Obviously.
It's a bash over there.
It's a bash.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Went to a strip club.
Nice.
Got taken for
Liam Neeson?
Lots of
taken?
money. No, but these poor girls looked like they were. I tell you that.
So they charge you a lot?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It was crazy. It was crazy how much they charged us.
All right. Well, what do you mean? Give me some figures.
Okay, so it was like $100 to get all four of us in. Right. So $100.
$100 just to get in the door
for all four of us. Yeah. So we get in there, and then he's like, "Okay, which one of these girls do you like?" And he had four girls in front. And he starts pointing to him with a laser pointer.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, "This feels very human trafficky."
Oh no.
We'll take the hot one. Right. So yeah, that was pretty cool. She did a dance. She didn't even get naked. And then they're like, "Do you want to buy her a shot or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah." Me and my wife were just like sharing this chick, and I think he was just giving her shots of water too. Dude, they charged us so much. It was like $300. And this girl, I didn't see.
She didn't look drunk at all. Maybe she's just a professional. She gets drunk a lot.
No, she wasn't even naked.
Oh,
yeah. So that was a bummer.
Wait, so you spent $300 to not see a girl get naked?
That's correct. Yep. Doesn't that suck?
For 4 people to not see a nipple?
I think the other couple we were with, I think their victim their victim took her top off. So not victim. These strippers look really happy. Well, the problem was too, I think we went with the hotter ones. We should have gone with the uglier one. I think you can get more with the uglier ones. Just as like a pro tip, if you're going to Cancun and you're in a weird strip club with nobody in there, but then they're laser pointing at 4 girls and you guys are the only ones in there, go with the uglier ones. You might get a little bit more action out of that.
You saw 0 hot nipples.
I saw zero.
You could have saw.
I saw 0 nipples.
Yeah, you could have saw some ugly old broads.
They weren't ugly. They just like, there was one that was like, wow, you look like somebody
super hot.
Drake would fall in love with. You know what I mean?
So she was 12 or?
Whoa, dude. It's so cold.
Oh, shit. We just got sued. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not awesome.
It was not awesome. They followed us out to the ATM.
$300 in
They
Mexico
followed us out to the ATM. And yeah, my buddy was pulling out, had to pull out like $300. Yeah.
Like afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we were like, we don't have that
hand?
on us.
Oh,
He's like,
shit.
oh, come this way. And I was like, okay, we're either going to die
We're
now.
going to get stabbed.
Yeah. He took us to an ATM. My buddy had to
Sounds
pull
like the
out
worst strip club ever.
It was pretty bad. Yeah. So next time I go to Cancun,
brutal, dude.
That's kind of my new thing. It's not my new thing. I like to go to strip clubs when I go places.
You like to go to like the local strip club, like whatever it is, like check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the local talent looks like.
Yeah. I think it's a good judge of character on what Cancun
And what the town's all about.
Yeah. And they're about ripping people off there.
I've heard that. Actually, I've definitely heard that outside of like the resorts.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had like all you can eat and drink.
I was eating tomahawk steaks. It was awesome, dude.
But you get outside of the resort doors and it's a brand new world.
Yeah.
And they will take you.
Yeah. We spent a lot of money in one night. About like $800 probably. In one night.
Damn, dude. That's too much.
Between me and Bev.
Wait, did Bev get her own $300 stripper that didn't show her anything?
We got the same stripper. It was $300 for 2 strippers, like our whole charge. It was crazy.
For 2 different strippers for 2 different groups?
Right.
Okay. So it's only $150 each. That's still a lot. But yeah.
It's a lot to see
in
nothing.
Mexico,
and
dude.
then you already pay $100 to get into the door.
Yeah, that sounds like the worst strip club I've ever heard of.
It was terrible. It was so big and there was nobody in there. It almost felt like...
It was really big, but it was like just you guys, crickets.
Yes, just us and those 4 girls that are getting pointed out with a green laser pointer.
Wait, so you go? Who the fuck is pointing at him with the green laser pointer?
Dude, this one guy, he was like, "You want to go in here?" And I was like,
He was
yeah.
pointing out like, you want this one, this one,
Yeah,
this one,
with
that kind of thing.
with a laser.
You can't
pointer.
just fucking point at people like Jesus Christ.
Laser pointer for him. I thought that was really funny.
That's weird. Did any of them start chasing it like a cat?
No,
Just like, it's on me.
no. I don't know how much English they spoke either. It didn't sound like a lot.
Not
I
a
think
lot
I
of
would have been
English.
able to do way better if I had taken like a Babbel class or something of Spanish.
You're not Duolingo in it or anything?
Oh, dude, no, my Spanish is terrible. I got really good at hola and gracias.
I mean, that's good.
Yeah, but somebody was like, "You're welcome," or however they say it.
De nada?
Yeah, and I was like, "All right, let's calm down." I don't know.
Yeah, I ran into a weird Instagram reel where this guy was saying how stupid it, or how much of a gringo you sound like if you say de nada. Like there's a bunch of other ways you can say it. Like instead of saying, I think it means like of nothing, right? So it was nothing essentially is what you're saying when you say de nada. Like it's like you're welcome, but really it means like
It's nothing.
it was nothing. Like no.
Dude,
problem.
that used to be really disrespectful in like older times.
What, de nada or
No, like my grandma. If
you
she was,
said it
and
was
I was
nothing.
like, "No problem."
Oh yeah,
She hated no problem.
yeah.
I thought it was I think it's a nice thing, but I could see how you're only doing something because it's not a problem to you.
Yeah, so I know that in certain companies, I worked for a company that was modeled after the Disney brand, and that was something that they always told you not to say. Was don't say no problem, because it is like it implies that it might be kind of a problem instead of just saying like, oh, absolutely, or whatever. Like
Yeah, that's a weird.
you don't
one
want
to
to
me.
say something negative. I don't know, dude. There's
'Cause
probably
that doesn't
something
come
to
off
it,
as
but-
negative to me at all.
Yeah, you know what I don't like, and this is I hate it.
Everything.
Fucking dude, when people say perfect all the time, it fucking drives me nuts, dude. Like party of four, okay, perfect. Oh, would you like blah blah blah? Perfect. I fucking hate it. I don't know why. I can't tell you. It's very irrational. I get that. This is Angry Bird segment right here off the top. Fucking stop saying perfect. Just say, figure out. Say perfect once and move on to a different adjective that means the same thing. You know what I
You're
mean?
saying perfect a bunch. It's like saying like.
Hey, chief.
Or like.
All right, that was really important that we got that out.
Yeah, that people know about perfect. But so what? Just to circle it
Yeah,
back.
keep going.
So the de nada thing,
Yeah,
which you said is what? No trouble?
no problem.
No problem.
Right.
Oh, okay. That is what de nada means.
Oh no, it means it was nothing.
It was nothing, which is kind
it's
of like no
yeah,
problem.
it's like
Maybe
it's
that's
very
more
similar.
Maybe that's more respectful.
It's very similar. But yeah, there are like 5 different ways this guy was saying. I'm like, is it that big of a fucking deal?
Dude, if I'm getting out anything, you're lucky.
Yeah, I mean it's nice, right? It's like I do that joke about like if you say Happy Holidays and somebody's like, oh, don't you mean Merry Christmas? Like, no, stop being an asshole. Like, I'm trying to. It's a greeting. You don't get to correct my greeting, you fucker.
Right.
Stop being a dick. Just be nice to people, and they don't have to worry about it. Anyway,
Dude, that's a killer. Yeah. Some people don't like it when you say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas.
Yeah, they're idiots, dude. Sorry, they're dumb.
Well, that's rude to my grandma.
Yeah, your grandma's, dude. Of course dude.
She's
My dad's
very
like that too.
anti-holiday and stuff.
Keep Christ and Christmas. Like, all right, Dad, I get it, but come on.
Like, don't say.
Or just be nice to people and don't have to worry about it. Did everybody have to know that? Like, everybody has to do the thing that you do. Whatever. I don't know. It just drives me bonkers.
Every time you're saying that, you're opening a door for a Jehovah's Witness to be like, actually, what we believe.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What will they say? Just the Jesus part? Like Jesus shit or what? I mean,
Oh no, they'll just get into. They'll just
the
start,
whole thing.
They'll just
Start
get into like
quoting
I
the
don't celebrate
Watchtower.
holidays or whatever. You know.
Right.
Yeah. So then they'll go.
Even Jesus' birthday. Jeez.
Yeah, it's not his real birthday, dude.
Do they celebrate his real birthday?
Nope.
So,
Yeah. No, they celebrate his death.
dude, this sounds like a real fun group to be a part of, dude.
It's a blast.
It's awesome.
It's so cool.
All right, enough of the J-Dub talk, dude. You always turn this into a sermon.
I wasn't trying to do that. My bad. I thought it was interesting though.
You're always in here, trying to convert the people.
No, if you guys want to, if I'm trying to convert you on anything, it's how smart of a decision getting a timeshare is.
Oh, Jesus.
I
Did you
think-
get another one when you were in Cancun? You
No,
had one
I
in
made
Vegas?
sure.
Damn.
I told Devin, I was like, never again.
No more timeshares.
No more.
Have you used your timeshare yet?
No.
How often do you use it, or can you use it?
How often can? Well, we're building up time on that thing.
Is it, oh, do you log it like you get more as
Yeah,
the time goes
supposedly,
by?
I
Can you
guess.
max out?
I think so. Look, dude, if you want to know about the rules, you got to talk to Bev. I don't know.
You're like, I was just getting a free meal, dude. That's all.
free gas station meal, dude. food was
nice, dude.
gross.
They get
The food was like a gas
Give you,
station sandwich and like a bag of chips.
That's hilarious.
And they're like,
dude.
we got breakfast too, and it's like a little thing of cereal and like a thing of yogurt or something.
They give you like, is it one of the sandwiches like that you get at a gas station where like it's like tuna salad, but like all of the tuna salad's right on the edge of it. And if you go to like the back of the triangle is just 2 pieces of bread. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
How they always like make it look like it's just stuffed.
It's huge. Yeah.
But really, there's just like a fucking dollop right at the edge, and that's all there is. And there's nothing else. I hate them.
It's just dry sandwiches with packs of mustard. And,
Oh yeah, dude, that's wow.
So when we left, though, I was like, I'm getting my money's worth. I threw like 4 of those in my pocket.
Well, I mean, good. You got $10 worth of sandwich for your $90,000 timeshare purchase for $8,000 or whatever it cost you.
It's 11, but
How many weekends do you get a year? How many weeks a year or whatever it is?
I think 2 weeks.
You think it's 2? Oh, that's not too bad.
2 weeks a year.
I mean, you gonna go to Vegas for 2 weeks in the same?
We can
I'm
go
actually
anywhere.
my parents
That's kind of not the.
Oh, you can like trade it or whatever. Not
Yeah,
trade it,
yeah,
but,
yeah. So like we can move it. See, guys, aren't you in? Aren't you
in for the timeshare? Jesus, dude. We're doing the pitch for 'em right now.
I know, yeah. RCI.
Do you want half of a shitty egg salad sandwich?
Do you want something you're never going to use? Hopefully,
great.
Hopefully we use it.
Well, hey, let's get on with
Sometime
it.
soon.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Wanna keep
I'm trying
going?
to think if there's anything else about Mexico.
Anything about Mexico? Yeah. You got their braids in?
I got braids.
That was.
I did that in Cancun.
They look pretty good,
That was
man.
that was before Coco Bongo.
Yeah, you got braids, and then
braided
then
up.
Drake got eviscerated. And you're like, I'm taking this shits out, dude.
No, I put him
can't.
in after he got this. I was like, no, I'm still riding with the boy. Six God.
You love Drake.
I do. New album's good.
When did that come out? A couple days ago?
Friday.
Friday? And it was good? Mm-hmm. Nice.
I like it. It's like R&B vibes.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right.
Yeah, I guess that's all to cover.
That's
really.
Mexico
was fun.
Colton in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, I got hot sauce. I bought hot sauces as like we were
Okay.
leaving from the Mexican airport, and
Really good?
yeah, they're good.
Mhm.
But it was such a pain in the ass to get those like over going through customs and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they like when you buy them, they
Oh,
throw them
'cause
in a
of the-
bag, they throw a receipt in them, they seal it like tight, right? And then even when I got over I get into America, and then we go in through customs.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, "Oh, these are hot sauces. These ones are fine, but I gotta have to open this whole thing I got for like a friend. I bought him a whole thing."
Okay.
And she's like, "We gotta get into that. Blah blah blah. We gotta test them or whatever." And I was like, "Oh,
Test them.
all right. Well, if we're testing them, like,
They're
let
doing hot
me
ones
have
or
some."
what? Like-
She's like, "Oh no, we can't open them unless you're willing to check." I was like, "All right, cool. Don't try to wing jokes by a TSA agent. They're
Oh.
no fun, you know."
Yeah, they're not allowed to be.
Yeah,
It's
but
rough.
so then
They're probably all fired by now anyway.
she took out every hot sauce. She didn't open it or nothing, but she put it in like this weird box and runs a test on it.
Okay.
I have no idea what that does.
I
But
mean,
after
it's just like she waves a magic wand over it. She's like, okay, I guess it's fine.
yeah, I had no idea.
I don't know either, man.
The other thing too is as we were getting on the plane from like going like in the Mexican airport, I feel like I shouldn't be calling it that. In the
what it
airport
is.
in Mexico, right? Right as we're about to get on, me and Bev are boarding like zone 5 or whatever.
Sure.
I think there's 7 zones, whatever. Anyways, so Delta, it's the move to go Delta. I liked it.
I don't think after the whole timeshare thing, I don't think you get to give travel tips anymore.
What are you talking about? I'm well traveled now. I've been to like 4 places.
All right. So you're in zone 5.
Yeah, as like we're getting on, it's like finally we're getting on, right? Then they're like, "Oh, you get a random check." I got
To you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do look pretty.
Was it the cornrows? Because I had the cornrows.
Oh
when
yeah,
I
the
came.
cornrows in,
Or
Were
the
you-
braids or
Did you
whatever.
also just wash your hair so you had your hair up in a towel or anything like that? You didn't do that.
No.
Because you have kind of an Islamic beard. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty big.
Yeah.
If you had like the gray streaks in there, you could go to full Bin Laden, dude.
But they do a weird thing too, where they have like their stick and it has like a weird little thing on it, and they just like touch your wrists and your belt. And I don't know how it
have
does
no
seem
idea.
like a magic wand.
yeah, it might be.
No idea how that works.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah.
All right.
So, anyways,
Is that
was,
it?
Yeah, it
Anything
just
else?
stressed me out because Bevan
Yeah.
had all my money and she got on the plane.
And you're like, oh shit, dude,
And
I
if
could be
I
stuck
get
here with no
stuck-
money.
Yeah,
Oh, it sucks.
that would suck.
Get the shit kicked out of you.
That's it.
Right on,
All right,
man.
that's all I have.
Well, enjoy. I'm glad you're back, dude. It's
I'm
good
glad
to have
to
you
be
back.
back, too.
Mexico, you're back from Mexico, and we're 15 minutes in. We can start the podcast now. I
Yeah,
suppose. Let's
sorry if
talk
I talked
about,
too long.
No, you're good. Let's talk about. It's going to be Doug Stanhope, you guys. It's going to be a fun one. We're going to talk about this. But here, from the man himself, here's a trailer for Doug Stanhope's discount meat. Shit, what is it? Discount meat.
Here's the problem with this special and why it's not special. what I'm recording is the best of pre-COVID. I had like 8 months of good shit, and then fucking nothing, and then after COVID. So it's I have two closers in this. I still don't know how I'm fucking gonna work this set out at the end. I know exactly the point of this set where I'm gonna fuck things up. I actually went through it. I go, yeah, at that point, I'll just fucking whatever. Just like minutes ago, I'm like, yeah, at that point, fuck, it's too late. I have two fucking specials. It's like if you were trying to abort conjoined twins and changed your mind a little too late and wanted to save them. So you're trying to just join them back together, but there's no connective tissue between the two, so you're just stapling eyeballs to assholes at the last minute. And that's what we'll put out or edit together. Film it all, we'll sell it for parts. Let's get to something.
All right, that was Doug Stanhope, and that's a chunk of his latest release. It was January 1st, 2025, of Discount Meat. It is his 17th album.
Oh, wow.
Between audio and video. From 1998 to 2024, he did 17 albums. Doug Stanhope he's from Worcester, Mass. Lived with his father growing up, single father, for after the age of 10, after his mom moved out. Famously a libertarian, but now more of an anarchist is what he calls himself. Been doing stand-up since he was since 1990. Funny little story about him growing up as a kid. School psychiatrist was concerned at age 12 about like these drawings that he was making. They were very gory and like adult themed, like cartoons that he would draw, which totally tracks if you've ever seen Doug Stanhope. He helped his mother commit suicide. Famously, that his last special he talks about it, like talks about how like now that the statute of limitations is over, I could talk about this. Like they committed a bunch of credit card fraud, and then like off it was Anyway, so it's very funny. He's known as just being like a really caustic and obscene comic, not afraid of any subject. He's kind of probably the original. The original is wrong, but like one of the main shock comics that exists. He won the 1995 San Francisco International Comedy Competition against Dane Cook in a 3-week contest. Isn't that funny?
Oh, yeah, wow.
Can you imagine seeing those two dudes like back to back? Like they're very, very different. They're about as different as you can get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he was the host for the Man Show after Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla bailed it. When they were on it, it was the Man Show with Joe Rogan and Doug Stanhope was pretty bad. I don't know.
I don't even remember the host really. I just remember that show being awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. I mean, it's good.
Well, because it's like you're a kid, and it's like, how much do these titties bounce? Or
titties,
like, no,
girls
nice.
on trampolines. Oh, the Ziggy Zaggy old guy who drank a beer in half a second. And 2000. Here's another interesting story about him. In 2006, he was in Ireland, Kilkenny, Ireland, and he was doing a show, and he was talking about how Irish men are pedophiles, are often pedophiles because Irish women are so ugly that they don't want to fuck them. And he got like booed off the stage. It was very, very it was very aggressive and like bad shit. Obviously, you can imagine. Yeah. So that's kind of what you're dealing with him, dude. He is just an absolute no holds barred. He's gonna be dirty, dark, disgusting, shocking. That's
so this is my first time.
It's your first special. 17 albums in. This is your first one.
This is my first one, yeah. So maybe I need to go back.
You should definitely watch No Refunds. It's one of my favorite specials ever.
Because I don't know. This one didn't necessarily do it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get to that. Hold on one second, though. Before we do that, let's welcome in some new listeners, okay? Welcome in Kansas and Kentucky. We got 2 new states in the last 3 weeks.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Jayhawk State. Thank you, Bluegrass State. I think that's right.
Sounds like a TV
4
show.
new countries. 4. Nigeria, of course.
Nice.
South Africa.
Nice.
Poland.
Nice.
And Portugal.
Damn.
So thank you guys. Thanks for coming out and enjoying our podcast. We appreciate it. This is all for you, Nigeria, South Africa, Poland, and Portugal. The big 4 of comedy, as we call them. And so thank you guys for listening. And hopefully we fill out the map, dude. We're getting closer.
Like I said, I'd like to get a little globe in here or something.
Overall impressions, you started with, wasn't your favorite. Go for it. Talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's my first so I didn't really know what I was getting into.
Sure.
I probably like it a little bit differently, knowing kind of more what I'm getting into. It seems very aggressive.
Yep.
And like you said, very like he's very descriptive. I liked that about him. Very descriptive, but he's very aggressive with that. And then he'll describe things and just be like super gross with them.
Yeah.
And then he'll describe it to where it's just disgusting.
For sure. That's like that's a kind of a calling card. He'll be very, very graphically detailed in his description.
And you won't see it coming.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
you do after you watch him for a while. You're like, he's going to say something really gross. You know?
yeah. So that was kind of my impression of it. I also thought it was too long.
Yeah.
I know.
Once again, hour 18.
I know he said it was 2 specials cut into, or 2 specials he's doing at once. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. Okay, let's talk about the. So like the whole special isn't like a normal special. It's like you're watching a TV on your TV with him on.
Yeah.
Inside
So
the TV.
that's we should talk about that. That should go in the fashionista / visual, right? So
Okay.
So explain again what's happening.
Fashionista.
So your typical typical stand up is just the person on a stage, and it fills up the whole screen. So what's different about this one? It's very weird.
Yeah, it's like these old TVs. And so on your TV, you're looking at these old TVs, and he is on the old TV.
Right.
Yeah.
And there'll be like memorabilia and stuff like kind of
Yeah.
next to the. It's like an old CRT TV where his image will be, but then there'll be like pictures of him and his mom, or like random like a dog bone or whatever. It's like you're watching a TV in a room, but you see most of the room.
It reminds me of like a fire log. You know how like you can go on Netflix and have like a fire log where it's like a fake fireplace?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Interesting.
And I was curious. I was thinking about it because he's been doing comedy for like, what, over 30 years now?
Forever. Yeah, he's been doing it a long time.
So I was wondering if maybe he did it that way to try to like, maybe that's how he digested comedy when he was a kid. He was watching it on old TVs or something.
That's your theory.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because he's
Could
been
be.
doing it for so long.
I thought it was a really interesting, and the whole time. So I figured it would be a couple minutes of that, and then eventually it would go to like a normal special where you're watching the TV, the image on the TV, not just like the TV being in the corner of the screen.
Yeah.
And it would change. It would change like where the TV was, or like what was around the TV, or different TVs. Sometimes there'd be like a reflection in part of the screen. It was, and he's
never in the middle either. The TV's always
changed.
off on like a third.
It never changed into like just a typical like normal screen. It was just these weird, and he did the whole. It was like hour 20 of that. It was pretty distracting at first. You kind of got used to it after a while, but
You do kind of get used to it. I do kind of get it because you're kind of like.
I mean, I thought it was interesting, right? Like to do it that way.
It's something. I mean, his fashion. I mean, like an untucked button-up shirt, a fat tie, pair of slacks, some white shoes. I mean, he looks old.
It's his. That's sort of like his
I think
calling card. He's like, it's thrift store shit. Like he went to a thrift store. He buys thrift store jackets and thrift store ties and pants all the time.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I think he references that when he's talking.
Oh,
about
yeah, he does.
straws in his jacket or whatever.
Yeah. Like somebody who died, or somebody whose grandpa got exhumed. Like that's what he's wearing is his suit or whatever from his. Yeah. That's sort of his thing. He's like counterculture in that way. That's his style. It always has been.
It's cool. I mean, I nothing to hate on. It just seems dated, kind of.
Sure.
And I think that's obviously probably what he was going for with the old school.
He's got his glasses on his head, and he's balding, and he looks. I mean, he's had some hard miles. He talks about how much of a drunk he is, and he's done that several times in different specials. I don't think it's an act, dude. I think it's legit. Like I think he is who he is. Well, I mean, I've met him before. He is.
You met him?
Is who he is. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. He lives in Bisbee, Arizona, which is it's right on the Mexican border of Arizona, and then so it's only like I want to say 30 to 45 minutes from Tucson. So occasionally he would come up to Tucson, and do sets up there. And I've hung out with him is a strong word.
Cool.
I've talked to him a few times. Super weird. He's a really weird dude, but really, he's nice. Very
like
nice
weird
guy.
to talk to.
He just has different weird ideas about everything. Like, yeah, I mean, he's really nice, but he's weird. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain it. Really, it's just like he's an odd person, but super duper nice. Really fucking funny, man. I mean, this is my least favorite special. I mean, I feel like I say that a lot with people who I really respect. I've seen several of their specials. It's like when we do their special, I'm like, this is the worst one I've seen. This is though, like it's just more disjointed, and it's almost like he's run out of shit to say. His special that I love, my favorite special is called No Refunds. It was put out in 2007. In that special, he talks about how he's running out of shit to say, and he's probably made 10 specials since then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn.
And it's just so much more. He just has so much more interesting and poignant points in older specials. Whereas now he's just sort of like treading on this whole like, how can I say something super fucked up, or like what kind of subject can I bring in that's just super like, for example, right at the very beginning, he talks about like what was funnier, 9/11 or COVID, right?
Yeah, I like that
And
comparison.
it was pretty funny. I mean, we've on this show famously, we're not big into still doing COVID jokes, but at the same time, he kind of leads into it with like, I know this is not like this is old shit, but now enough time has passed so we can actually talk about it logically rather than. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if that's more detailed.
Well, that's funny because he also said kind of what we said, that 9/11 is funnier.
Yeah. Did we say that in an old podcast?
Yeah. Didn't you say that?
I think I did say that. Oh, it was in one of the breakout videos.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude. Why is he biting my style over here, Dougie Stans, dude? But that's one thing I still really enjoy about his special. I will say that is that I think he does think about, it's going to be about pedophilia or an abortion and like all
I
like,
did
the
not know
taboo
that.
subjects.
Yeah, I did not. know that
I
going
know
in.
that, right? 'Cause I've seen him
Okay,
before. 'Cause that's what he talks about. Like whatever stuff is kind of taboo to talk about. That's what he's going to talk about. But he always, in my estimation, when you hear his take on something, it's not something you've heard before. You know what I mean? It's not like going to be. It's going to be thought of from a real weird angle, like a real weird angle. Like, what's funnier, 9/11 or COVID, or talking about letting his dog run through Safeway and just eat fucking raw meat or whatever, like go crazy in the deli section after his dog was going to die or whatever. So, he's just a weird dude, man. I mean, and I really like that he looks at things from different angles, even though it is really, really crass and really over the top gross.
Yeah. Well, he did that abortion joke, and then he went into like some pedophile joke, and then goes back to abortion. He's like, "Well, did you guys see what I did there?" Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I didn't think that was like. I don't know why you have to draw attention to it. It wasn't like it was that grand.
Yeah, it wasn't that clever.
But maybe
he's really like, check me out.
Yeah, but maybe that's part of the humor.
I would love for you to try watch No Refunds. It's on YouTube. People who are listening to this podcast, if you have not seen Doug Stanhope, or if you watch this and you're like, I don't blame you. But if you can, No Refunds. It's on YouTube. It's one of the best specials that I've ever seen. It's very, very good. It's gross, and if it was too dirty for you, it's going to be too dirty for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that I like him so much, how dirty he is, and I don't normally like dirty comics?
Yeah, I think shock humor too is different. It's more shocking when it's so aggressive. You know what I mean?
he's a yeller. Yeah. So
it's one thing to be shocking and be like, haha, but then to be shocking and just be
you can digest it if it's Jesselnick, right? Like, so it's like Jesselnick could say the same type of jokes, but it's like they're one-liners. There's gaps in between. You can breathe instead of just getting peppered over and over and over again with just pedophilia, abortion,
Yeah. And then as soon as he takes a break, you're like, oh, okay, cool. Now we're moving. And
now
then
we
it's
can go to something else.
Bing bang. This is gross.
Oh, I have to read you. So he got a 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb. I think there was only like 17 reviews. So I don't know if that even is
on
enough.
this.
Yeah. I think people who really like Doug Stanhope will like it in a lot of ways because it is so like, fuck you, I'm going to be disgusting. Some people just like that. They're like, I don't actually listen to the jokes even. They're just like, he said pedophile. That's hilarious. Speaking of which, so here's a part of a negative review from Jesse David Fox on The Vulture. The downside to the special's unrelenting nature, which is something you said. The unrelenting nature. That's a really good way to say it, right? He just keeps coming after you and hammer and hammer and hammer. You don't have time to breathe. So the downside of the special's unrelenting nature is that it can at times feel exhausting. Its watchability is also affected by its unusual presentation. We talked about that as well. So it's just a real quick clip. That's funny that it basically tracks exactly what you're talking. You basically wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse David Fox is Colton
I basically
Drake's
did.
pen name.
And I don't know too if this affects the aggressiveness of it, but like how it is filmed,
Sure.
kind of. It does feel. It feels old. It feels gritty.
Yes, that's a good point. Gritty is a great word for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that almost makes it seem more harsh in a way.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's good or bad for his motif. You know what I mean? Pretty sure he filmed this in. Also, you don't have to have nice cameras or anything if you're filming that way. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be.
it looks like it's on. You know, it looks like it's on a CRT, like old TV, like. So you don't have to have a 4K camera or no shits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could film this from a pawn shop camera, put
And
it
I-
on tape.
And I think he filmed it in Bisbee. Like,
really?
Or the local, like the closest town over there, which I forget what it's called, but really small. And I think he's a big part of the comedy club down there, which would make sense because he's like
Yeah.
a huge name and he's in this tiny town in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I'd be
And he did
interested
it on.
in
It
watching
sounded. He said it was on Nooner.
Yeah, I heard him
on
say
a
that too.
Wednesday
Thanks for
or
drinking with
something,
me
right?
on noon or something. Yeah.
I can't even imagine that he. I mean, it makes sense, kind of, and also it doesn't at all. Like, who the hell goes to a special taping at noon on a Wednesday or whatever?
Yeah, but then your night's free.
I mean,
Yeah, get it done at
Free to
9 a.m.
pass
in the
out.
morning, dude.
yeah. So that was an. Oh, here's a positive or a pseudo positive one. I don't know. This is such a funny review. I'll read a little. This is from Matt Mahler. I forget what the name of the site is, but Matt Mahler. It's some weird comedy. So here's what it says. So you think all the DEI snowflake cucks have ruined comedy with their woke mind virus? You love those liberal tears when they get all hot and bothered by some quote unquote edgy humor. We'll see how it's done by switching off your Tim Pool and Joe Rogan and turning to YouTube for a new free stand-up comedy special for one of the best in the business. Stanhope has a quasi new hour discount meet that patches together a couple of shows with his COVID era material that hasn't been released in a special yet. It somehow manages to be one of the funniest yet, and that's saying something. The level of energy on that, like fucking libtards, that's the entire. If you read the entire thing, that's most of it is very funny.
Damn.
And I wasn't sure if he was being serious or if it was being like ironic, because it kind of goes back and
Yeah, I can
forth.
kinda see
along
both
this
of
spot.
that.
And I'm like, what are you? But it's definitely not ironic. He's
Yeah,
definitely
it
like
sounds
fucking
serious.
idiots. Like,
Interesting. I had a hard time getting through it, to be honest with you.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy. I mean,
watched an hour. I saw an hour 18, and I know there's some jokes I probably didn't
yeah,
get all the way because I spaced off or whatever.
hour 18 is too long.
Hour 18 is too long.
It's too long.
Yeah, I was watching
It's
it
20
for a
minutes
while,
shorter than
and I paused it
Fluffies.
to see where we were at,
Yeah,
and it was like 37 minutes. I was like, oh god.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's 20 minutes shorter than Fluffies.
And he keeps telling you he's going to close. This is going to be the closer.
Oh yeah,
this
he
was
does do
gonna be
that.
the closer.
That's not cool at all, man. When
This
you're
is-
like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started just realizing he was lying to me.
He was,
I-
why are you lying
I
to
didn't
me?
believe it anymore.
Why are
By
you
the
lying
third
to
time
me?
it's going to be the closer, I was like, no, it's not. Don't get your hopes up, Colton.
Okay, let's talk
Not gonna
about.
end it.
Let's do fashionista because
We just did.
did you rate him though?
I did not rate
on
him.
his his attire. What do you think about his attire?
It's just old.
It's just like intentionally bad. Is that what it?
I think it's like old man stuff.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. If you saw him in a fucking bookstore, like a used bookstore, just
he looks like he
walking
goes
around.
to the casino. He has a very much
Oh,
like
that's a good point.
yeah. He looks like he's been overnight at the casino. That's kind of the style.
Without getting a room,
yeah yeah.
just stays
no,
there
he's
the
been
whole time,
gambling
yeah.
all night. Yeah, that's what he looks like.
getting the free drinks, baby.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, I
He's
don't
just
know.
old.
I'm not giving him something good. I don't know.
Sure. All right.
That's
3?
3.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's go with 3.
All right.
2.5 to 3.
3 it is. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get the rating on that one.
But I think a lot of it has to do too with just his style is about a 3.
Sure.
But then also I feel like the whole thing with the TVs and shit, I'm not necessarily nuts about that.
Sure.
So I think that affects the score too.
Anything else you liked about the special?
I liked how descriptive he was. I mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the joke about his cat, how dirty he is,
Oh, is
and
this
like
your
not washing
favorite
his
joke? This your favorite
hands.
joke?
Yeah, I'd say it's probably my favorite joke.
Sure.
When he talks about the cat's licking, or has a cat licks his teeth,
His cat licking his teeth.
doing
yeah.
grout work, He's
Doing
like
grout work, right,
Oh,
yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, he
liked
talks
that
about
a
how
lot.
he doesn't wash his hand and how disgusting he is, and like
how
it's
gross
like, dude,
his straws are.
I let my cat lick my teeth. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
How he keeps straws
Yeah.
and he recycles them, but he doesn't ever wash them.
No, he just
and then he
wipes
just
them
puts
off.
them in his thrift store jacket that he
Yeah.
got off some guy who died. You know,
Yeah.
like
I liked that set of jokes.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite spot.
Yeah.
It was right there.
yeah,
Because it wasn't too it was gross,
Yeah.
but in like a different it wasn't gross like
it was gross, clever. Like
Yeah.
I've never heard that kind of
and it was
description.
described just
Yeah.
grody.
Yeah.
You know,
Groutwork's a very funny way to
yeah.
talk about cleaning with your teeth.
Your
That's
cat
fucking
cleaning your teeth.
disgusting, dude. Yeah.
yeah, and then double dipping a chip after that. Did you just double
Yeah,
dip?
did you
a
just
chip?
double dip nachos and
after that cat? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
so that was your favorite. There were a couple that I really liked.
Oh, I got another one too.
When I listened to it a couple times, I actually was surprised that there were a few that was like, oh, I really actually like that one. I like when he first starts out and he talks about how he doesn't have an opener. He's like, I'm qualified to be less funny than me for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need somebody
Yeah.
else to come do it.
That was a good way of saying you don't need an opener.
Right,
too.
for sure.
Because if you would have just said that, I would be like, all right,
Yeah.
get off your high horse.
Yeah, yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
you know.
It was a funny way to say
Yeah,
it.
that was a good way. That was a good way to set the room
Yeah.
too. I think. The other joke I like too is where he's like, it's like, hear about people dying penniless. That should be the goal.
Oh, that should be the goal. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
a great
liked-
way to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that. There was another one. Oh, doing the murder, the whole thing about murder, and how he was talking about like how now we watch all these murder shows, whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, I've been plotting murders way before
Oh,
murder shows.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
So the idea being like getting instead of like killing yourself, like, killing yourself and then making it look like a murder and framing like one of your friends or
Yes,
whatever.
I love that
That's
part.
so
yeah.
funny. That's
Frame
very
somebody
funny.
you hate.
Yeah, frame somebody you hate for your murder.
Yeah, and then just make it so that it's like
Yeah.
undeniable.
So they get arrested and shit. That is really funny.
they found
I-
your semen
yeah.
on the scene. Your stool. Like,
How the hell they get your semen? Yeah,
Yeah, start listing all this stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I like that one.
I like that. I like the. I really liked his comparison or his like little section about how boring conspiracy theories are now.
Mm-hmm.
He does like a section that essentially is like, yeah, it used to be like conspiracy theories, like there was an interesting like something to hold on to, and it was like there's some sort of fact or whatever, and now it's just like they just give you something cryptic, and you have to make up the conspiracy theory yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, oh, the eagle flies at dawn. Well, and then you have to like build the conspiracy theory from that.
Yeah.
Like QAnon and shit like
Yeah,
that.
Kendrick lyrics, dude.
You're so upset. Kendrick.
upset, dude.
Kendrick got you shook. Kendrick got you shook,
Kendrick.
dude.
I am. Yeah, Kendrick did get me.
Kendrick.
shook. But yeah, dude, I think that's what I liked about it.
Yeah.
Those are the jokes. I liked
It's
that.
too long. It's
Too
less
long.
poignant than some of his other stuff, and sometimes it's just dark to be dark. But there are those moments where, like, it's a really interesting way to say that.
Yeah.
I will always find him to be very funny, or at least unique, and that goes a really long way for me. Just if I haven't heard, you're not going to hear the joke he tells the way he tells it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can be like, oh, actually, this guy said that joke very similarly. Like, it's not going to be that. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
so yeah, that's how I felt about it too. I don't have
It
any.
does feel very wordy.
Yeah, it is wordy, but a lot of that's that description he's putting in too, though. Like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he loves to like just belabor the script.
You kinda have to be wordy to do that,
description,
for
the
sure.
act out. It's almost like it's
It's got to be harder to write.
the rant. Yeah, I don't. I think a lot of it's written, and I think a lot of it is just like he knows that putting a bunch of extra descriptors in there makes it that much weirder and that much like
Mm-hmm.
more palatable to his audience. Anyway.
Yeah. Aside from that, though, it was cool.
Yeah.
Not my favorite.
No. Is there a better name for the special? I actually like Discount Me, even though I can't say it. I keep forgetting it.
He brought it up. I like cold butter also.
Oh yeah, he did say he might call it Cold Butter. Cold Butter is a great name for a special. I have no idea like where that's going. You guys didn't catch it, and I dropped the Mom's Meatloaf. I destroyed the Mom's Meatloaf drop, so we don't have it. But Mom did drop by some beef stroganoff tonight. What'd you think?
It was good. Beef
It was
stroganoff.
good.
Yeah.
Little beefy strokes, dude.
A lot of mushrooms.
A
in
lot
it.
of
I like
mushrooms,
that.
which I'm a big fan of. Yeah,
Big
mushroom
Big
meat.
mushroom guy.
Big mushroom guy, dude.
Huge.
Big old mushroom guy. Colton did not eat his bread or his noodles because he's trying to get back in shape after he drank his weight in beer 4 times in Mexico.
Yeah, those Soul beers in Mexico, so good.
Soul beers?
The
Are they
Soul, like a Soul.
SOL?
Yeah. Oh my god, those were incredible.
Are they like a light beer, or are they like a?
No, I think they're just like a cerveza.
Just, just a cerveza. Captain Spanish over here. El Capitán Español.
Spanish.
Yeah, so that was good. I mean, I had a good. She's like throwing bread and carbs at us like crazy right now.
I just try to eat the meat.
Dude, she wants me to do like yoga with her every day. Like we bought these books, this 28-day yoga program. She wants me to do with her, which was just totally fine.
Why don't you guys go to a class? It seems much more fun to go to a class.
Mom doesn't want to leave the house. She doesn't want to do that. She'd rather do it here. She doesn't have a gym membership. I could do it at a gym, but I don't have but she doesn't have a gym membership. So she'd have to get a gym membership. She does not want to leave the house to do that stuff. And she's not going to wear a bra or anything. It's going to be real weird yoga. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, there's going to be a twister mat.
Absolutely. She's going to have side boobs just poking out of her. It's
Left hand red.
If I'm not weirded out at least 4 times in the meditation part of yoga, I'm going to have to rely heavily on that just to get centered after seeing Mom's flapjack titties all the time.
Yeah, you're going to have to
edit all this out. This is gross. We're done with it.
have to wear like a blindfold or something.
No, we're going to start doing that. But then she's like, "Oh, we need to get in like better shape or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, but you cook. All you do is bake all week." The other day, she baked like 3 loaves of bread and like 3 things of like cinnamon rolls.
Oh, nice.
They're great and they smell delicious. And also, it's impossible not to eat them.
I'm a big cinnamon roll guy.
Dude.
Love cinnamon rolls.
When she finds that out, she'll send some home with you next time. Yeah.
Has she sent some home with me before?
Cinnamon rolls? I don't know.
No,
Maybe.
I think she was about to, and I had to be like, no.
No, because you didn't want to eat them?
Yeah, well, because I do want to eat them.
No, yeah, but I mean, because you want to try to stick to your diet, yeah. Mom doesn't mess around, dude. She's been baking so much shit, dude.
Dude, I've been
brutal.
baking stuff in Lego Fortnite. Like I can make meat pies and
Dude, you love Lego Fortnite, dude. You and Bev.
Me and Bev got right back in. Yeah, we haven't played Lego Fortnite in
Fortnite.
We haven't played Lego Fortnite in forever, and we downloaded it the other day
Yeah.
and started getting back in it, and then it was just like, oh great, 4 hours are gone.
Boom.
I want to know like how far somebody's got in that. Should probably look that up.
How far someone's gotten in it?
Like how many cities?
Like,
how like cool?
Yeah,
has
there's
somebody made shit?
because there's no real point to the game, right? You just keep making more and more
they added
shit.
a story. So
Oh,
now
they did?
They added a story. Yeah, that's why it's called Lego Fortnite Odyssey now.
Whoa!
'Cause there's like
Is
a
it
whole
still free?
storm creature. Yeah,
Everything is free, or do they have extra stuff you can buy like they do in all the Fortnite stuff?
Everything is free. You can buy skins. You can do the whole microtransaction shit.
Sure.
if you want,
But
you don't
but
have to.
nothing that actually affects the game.
No. Just aesthetics.
Right on. That's our Lego Fortnite minute.
Yeah.
With Colton
You
Drake.
guys want to hear about that?
Bev is organizing as we speak. Just organizing closets.
She wishes
That's all
she
does.
was. Yeah, she's a big storage gal.
I'm a big storage gal. You ready to why I'm better?
Yeah. Okay.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so as you all know, Colton and I are the world's greatest comedians. So there's no one better than us, better position than us with our decades of comedy experience to go after the great Doug Stanhope and his 17 albums, his 17th album.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dougie Fresh, listen up, dude. You're a fucking hack, dude. Every time. You're just going to talk about pedophilia for 17 specials? Pedophilia and gross shit and period blood and fucking, and, conspiracy theories. And, I'm going to talk about how Roseanne Barr is my friend. And, name dropping. And you're like on your 17th special. An hour 20, dude. An hour 20. You couldn't do this in an hour? You need to get back to drinking, and you do look like you died 3 years ago. I don't know what you're doing. You're a fucking hack. You're the worst comic I've ever seen. You're trash. Your special's trash. I'm better than you. That's why I'm better than you.
Nice.
Okay.
How am I better than Doug Stanhope?
Dougie Fresh Stanhope.
I would never film my special this way. I mean, you have 17 of them or whatever, so you're probably like, hey, let's go with a bad idea for one. Because that's what that is. And I would have never done that. And you just make yourself look so old. I think that was probably what you were trying to do, but why are you trying to do that? I don't know. I would never do that. But it does look vintage. As I'm saying this, I'm like, oh, I'm getting more out of it. It is vintage, and if you're wearing vintage clothes, I guess that kind of checks out. But
he's a vintage person.
I didn't like it. I don't like that.
Dumb.
Yeah, dumb. I don't like. Well, there's a lot of things to it that it was kind of. Yeah, it's just not how I would do it. I don't like how you did it. That's not how I would do it. It's dumb.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
That's it.
Yeah, you're trash, Doug Stanhope. We hate you. We hope there isn't an 18th, you fucking loser. Is that mean enough? That's probably mean enough,
That's what
right?
I think. Yeah, I think you did good job.
We did fine. You know who doesn't give a fuck? Doug Stanhope. If I can be assured of one comic who won't be like, these fucking guys. Well, in fact, I've heard that I was reading up this stuff. He retweets a lot of people's like bad reviews of his shows. Like he'll like retweet them or like put them out on Instagram and stuff. So, I mean, I don't think he gives zero shits, dude.
I'll have to deep dive into his catalog.
Yeah, check out some of his other stuff. He does some really interesting. I mean, he's smart. He's a super smart comic.
This might have not been the best
it definitely wasn't
into him.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. Pretend like you didn't see this and then go watch one of his other ones.
I do like the name of the special though.
Yeah, discount meat.
And I feel like it fits. I feel like it fits the content.
Kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like a guy who'd buy discount meat. Or he knows when the discount meat comes in to Safeway and he like camps out and waits there for it to get on the shelves. Like, oh, 4 days old, that's 94% off. This is gonna be perfect.
I'll take it.
If I cook it tonight, give it to my dog, he'll die, and I'll die in the morning.
I'll get that and a pack of cigarettes. He looks like he smokes cigarettes.
Oh, yeah, dude. He
Right?
smokes through the no refunds special.
really?
He just chain smokes the entire
Is he the
thing.
first one to do that?
No. I mean, this was
Chain
also
smoke?
2007, dude.
Oh,
So,
2007.
you were allowed to do it in a lot more places. Especially, he actually makes a joke about it at the very beginning. You got to check it out.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
You're really big.
I
into
really
that.
am pushing this one. I feel bad because
Yeah.
I pushed this on you, and I'm like, it's gonna be so great, and it really wasn't that great.
It's all right.
This week in plumbing, nope,
This
you weren't
week in
plumbing.
No, I
You
was
were
on
just
vacation.
Plugging toilets on vacation, dude.
Yep.
Just crapping tomahawks into into
yeah.
a poorly.
Tomahawks are so good. Oh man.
So no. This week in plumbing, IG follower count, my man.
Yeah, I think I'm at 437.
Okay, so you were at 435 last week. You were at 435 on January 6th.
Didn't I drop more than that?
You went down to 434, and then back up to 435 twice. So you've been holding steady. That's since the 6th of January. That's like 6 weeks ago.
I'm 437 now.
437. That's 2. That's a +2.
Yeah.
I was at 393. Been slowly creeping up on you. Absolutely destroyed.
What'd you get?
I'm up to 424 now, dude.
Whoa! How'd you get so many?
I got 30 follows, and most of them were when I did that gig down at my cousin's. She was like, "Hey, well, follow me. Basically, follow me on Instagram, and then she'll put you in a drawing for like a $20 gift certificate to the restaurant." So I got like 30 followers from that. I'm like, oh, I'm such a cheater.
You cheater, dude. That's a good move. I'll go down there
Right.
just to get the 30.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you're at 437. I'm at 424, dude.
Man, you're catching up.
I'm only 13 back. I was like 50 back not very long ago.
It's all right. Your time will come. You'll drop.
I was
back.
60 back.
You'll
in
drop.
fact.
You'll drop.
Oh, I'm sure I'll piss somebody off. Doug Stanhope is going to be like, fuck you guys.
He follows me too.
Yeah. No, he doesn't, does he? No.
No, he does not.
I don't know if he follows anybody.
Follows your
So
boy.
that is Instagram. That's 4 in a row. I beat you 4 in a row, dude.
All right, man. You're getting really cocky about it.
No, I'm not cocky. I got lucky. I mean, dude, I'm bribing people to get listens, dude.
That's a good move, man. I was doing that for a minute.
All right. So who are you listening to, man?
I am listening to Lisa Gilroy.
Lisa Gilroy.
Yeah, she's more like an improv comic. I don't know if she really does stand up, but like her TikTok and Instagram is really funny.
Sure.
She's definitely worth checking out.
She does like improv songs, right?
She does improv songs. Yeah, she's been on
That's cool.
a couple podcasts that have been pretty big recently.
Yeah, I saw some show too. She was on. I forgot what it was.
Jury Duty?
There you go. Oh yeah. She was on Jury Duty. Right.
Yeah.
Which I've heard is funny. I've never seen it.
I haven't
my
either.
Mom didn't like it, but
Oh, really?
I think, yeah. I think isn't the idea that like everybody on there is an actor except one guy, and he doesn't know
I haven't
that
seen it.
everybody's an actor. I think that's what it is. I think it's a jury. He's on it. He's the only person that doesn't know
No, the whole
that
thing
it's
is,
all fake. So yeah, I don't know.
Sounds
It's very
fun.
interesting. Yeah. So that's Lisa Gilroy. That's at this is Instagram at TheLisaGilrow. Jesus, why?
at the Lisa Gilroy.
At the Lisa Gilroy. Just spell it. Dude,
THA.
I can't even say the
THA.
dude.
I fuck it up
can't-
immediately.
We're bad, dude.
THL.
THS.
THELISA.
TSA.
Gilroy. GILROY.
The Lisa Gilroy, all one word, all
Yeah,
lowercase.
you can figure it out.
And I'm listening to, he'll be at the Spokane Comedy Club in about a week, Aaron Weber. I was listening to him a lot. He's on the Nate Land podcast with Nate Bargatze.
Oh, cool.
Nate Bargatze and everybody. He's out of Nashville.
check it out.
Him and like Rob's buddies. I think they're buddies.
Cool.
Ryan and Rob and all those guys. I think they're at least friendly if they're not buddies. That's Aaron Weber. That's real at real Aaron Weber. REALAARONWEBER. That's what you should be listening to, man.
Nailed that one.
There's
Good
some
job.
great ones, man. Although I will say this, man. I went back and looked and listened to a couple weeks ago. Your person was Jeff Dye.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening to him lately. His shit is fucking brutal, dude. It's like super aggressively like conservative now. He used to be like lean conservative a little bit, and I always thought he was interesting and it was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like this point, he's just like, bitches are dumb. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like it's very
The open mic.
yeah, it's very hardcore, dude. I'm like, oh man, it's really disappointing because I really like him, generally speaking, as a comic, and I thought this was just like one of those times. And I don't know how you feel about this, but I feel like this happens a lot with comics where they like they're accused of being like right wing nut jobs, right? Because they're just sort of in the middle, and that sometimes they'll say stuff
Yeah.
that pisses people off, pisses the woke mafia off or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think what happens is they're like, all right, you're already accusing me of doing this, so I might as well fucking do it because it's profitable. Like it's way more profitable to be a right wing comedian, like a super far right comedian.
Dude, those guys sell out.
Yeah, than it is to be in the middle. And so why am I going to languish in obscurity and be in the middle and be a reasonable person? That's what my real personality is.
Yeah.
When I can just go, fuck you. It's a bummer because I do feel like if you're extreme, it's way more profitable. Like either way, like if you're very, very, you don't do as well left wing as you do right wing because there are more left wing, or there's more like I would say liberal comedians. Like comedians tend to skew liberal, right? So you're not really zagging if you go real hard liberal. There's a lot of those where you're hugely zagging if you go hard conservative, right?
Yeah. But then you'll get those people that'll show up for that.
Yeah, dude.
Those people will buy tickets.
Oh, 100%. They'll buy tickets. They'll have a rally. They'll buy all your merch. You know what I mean? Like it's just sad.
Yeah.
I
You
think.
got to sleep. You got to sleep with that too. I think that's
Yeah.
it's kind of if you're doing that, you just got to be cool with
Yeah, and I'm sure they are.
not being bothered, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's something to like being like, oh, no, this is how I can make a living, and I got to make a living, and I like doing comedy. There's something to that. It's just disappointing, where you're like, no.
Yeah. I'm just not a big political comedian kind of guy, anyways.
Yeah, I think usually it's a mistake, especially now, dude. It's tense. I don't know if you've noticed. It's tense in open mics. Like for the last couple of months, it's just been rough. Like it's hard to like just talk about normal shit because people are just their buttholes are all puckered up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't like it. I don't know. I just stay away from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Smart.
It's easier.
Smart. I still talk about it, but I wish I didn't. Every time I do it, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, why am I talking about any of this stuff? It's stupid.
Yeah. Well, I always think it's funny too, where it's
It's just
like
too high risk.
oh yeah, because people care what an open micer has to
Exactly,
say about
exactly.
politics.
Yeah,
Like,
that's the other
get
part
outta
too
here.
that I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, well, it's really important that people hear my side. And then no one gives a shit about my side of it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, most of the time, people that are doing it, it's not like they're having it's not thought provoking.
Sure.
It's more just like, ooh, here's what you've already heard, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say,
I read an article on HuffPo.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to talk about.
yeah,
Yeah.
So I don't know, I don't like it.
Upcoming gigs, man. What do you got? Anything?
Yeah, I'm in Spirit Lake with Phil Kobzinski on the February 19th.
Oh, the new golden
So,
child
when
with
this-
Phil Kopsinski.
I don't know
dude.
about that. when this episode drops, I'll be in Spirit Lake. So
Yeah, Spirit
if
Lake.
you're close, come through. I don't
Hell
know
yeah,
where,
dude.
but
Have fun in Spirit Lake.
yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be good. Anything else?
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
to mention. Not right now. Though.
Lego Fortnite.
I
A
got
lot of
some
Lego Fortnite.
Yeah,
to do.
I got some
Building
stuff on the
cars.
calendar, but I have to.
Nice. Very
look at
nice,
the
dude.
calendar. So
I don't have anything for a while. March 1st, 2025. That's the Quincy Belt third semifinal in Post Falls. That'll be fun.
nice.
We're having some people from out of town on that one, so that'll be interesting. They're really, dude, I don't know if you've been out there, and you were there on Thursday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they've expanded the room. The renovation is underway. It's gonna look good, I think.
It's not what I expected.
Yeah, right. It's a little weird, right?
Yeah, not what
It's
I
gonna look
expected
good
at all.
though. once they have the bar around the stage area, I think it'll look really nice. But whatever.
Open
So
up
that's
a lot
cool.
of seating too.
Yeah, should open up a lot of seating. So that's those upcoming gigs. Next week, you guys. Next week we have Felipe Esparza. That's what the special we're gonna do. The special is called Raging Fool. It is on, I believe, Netflix, but I could check that out. He won Last Comic Standing in 2010. Thank you guys for listening. As always, really appreciate it. We know we don't get to do this without a little bit of support. And we're getting new countries. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, please go ahead and shoot those over to standupsnobs@gmail.com. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what we can do better. Let us know what you like.
And soon we'll have a website up.
And soon, well, we will we? Are you gonna put the website up, my man?
It's up right now. I just gotta do some tinkering,
You got to do some. Are you a web
some
designer guy?
noodling around.
You know what you're doing? Web design? You're big time.
Totally, dude.
Yeah. And I'm still working on getting YouTube up, our YouTube channel up, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, that's not up yet?
No. I'm so lazy. So yeah, but thank you guys for listening and checking us out. And like I said, if you have any feedback, standupsnobs@gmail.com. Colton, take us out.
Bye-bye.
You gotta marry somebody opposite of what you are, man. There's no such thing as ride or die. This was gonna happen, bro. You're gonna die. She's gonna ride away. I caught my father cheating on my mom when I was 16 years old. The same day he caught me smoking weed. How come you smell like marijuana? How come you smell like food we don't have in this house? Are you and your wife both swingers? I don't know about her, but I am. I'm at the age now where I can see all my favorite rock bands at Six Flags Magic Mountain. I wear my ring wherever I go to let women know that I'm not looking for a serious relationship. Man, you don't want to get your ass beat in front of your family, man. It's embarrassing, man. I thought you were taking jiu-jitsu class on YouTube. And my wife, she has a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. Once I get my GED, we're gonna be a power couple. If she dies tomorrow, I'll be homeless in 3 days.